Alex stared at his phone, scrolling through old photos of him and Ilara. They were full of laughter, silly faces, and adventures they had shared before she moved away. It had been months since she left Earth to return to her home planet, and the distance felt heavier every day. The vibrant memories now seemed like distant stars, bright but far out of reach. Ilara had been more than a roommate. She was a friend, a companion, and someone who understood him in ways no one else did. When she had packed her things and left, Alex felt a part of himself go with her. The apartment they had shared now felt empty, echoing with silence. He missed their late-night talks about everything and nothing, her quirky sense of humor, and the warmth she brought into his life. Every day, Alex tried to go about his routine. He went to work, met friends, and pretended everything was fine. But deep down, he felt lost. He often found himself looking at the door to her old room, half expecting her to walk out with a smile and a funny story. But that never happened. The door remained closed, and the silence grew louder one evening. As Alex sat in his small kitchen, he picked up his phone again. He hesitated, debating whether to send her a message. He wanted to tell her how much he missed her, how lonely he felt without her presence. But what if she was too busy with her responsibilities on her home planet? What if she had moved on? The fear of rejection held him back. After a long sigh, he put the phone down. "What's the point?" he muttered to himself. He felt like an astronaut drifting in space, searching for a connection, but unable to find one. He remembered how Ilara had once told him that distance couldn't break true bonds. "We can always find a way back to each other," she had said with a hopeful smile. But here he was, feeling more distant with each passing day. That night, Alex couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, his mind racing with thoughts of Ilara. He longed to hear her voice, to feel her laughter fill the empty spaces in his heart. Finally, he made a decision. He would reach out no matter what. He picked up his phone again, his fingers trembling as he typed a message. "Hey, Ilara, I hope you're doing well. I miss you a lot. Can we talk?" He stared at the screen, heart pounding, and hit send. The waiting felt like an eternity. Every minute dragged on, and doubts crept into his mind. What if she didn't respond? What if she was too busy? Just as he started to feel hopeless, his phone buzzed. "I miss you too, Alex. I'd love to talk. How about a video call tomorrow?" A rush of excitement flooded through him. He couldn't believe she wanted to talk to him too. He quickly replied, agreeing to the call. That night, he went to bed with a sense of hope for the first time in weeks. The next day, Alex prepared for the call, nervous energy buzzing in his chest. He set up his laptop and waited, counting down the minutes. When the screen lit up with Ilara's face, a wave of joy washed over him. She looked just as he remembered, her silver hair shimmering in the light, her violet eyes sparkling with warmth. "Alex!" she exclaimed, her voice a melody that made his heart soar. "It's so good to see you." "You too, Ilara. It feels like forever," he replied, smiling wide. They talked for hours, catching up on everything. Ilara shared stories about her home planet, describing its beautiful landscapes and the strange but fascinating creatures she had met. Alex told her about his life, his job, and how much he missed their adventures together. As they spoke, the distance between them felt smaller. It was as if no time had passed at all. But as the conversation deepened, Alex felt a twinge of sadness. "I wish you could visit more often," he said, his voice softening. "I feel so far away from you sometimes." Ilara's expression changed as she leaned closer to the screen. "I know it's hard, Alex, but remember what I told you? Distance can't break our bond. We'll always find a way back to each other." Her words resonated with him, filling him with hope. "Yeah, I remember. I just wish I knew how to make things feel normal again." Maybe we can plan a visit, Ilara suggested, her eyes lighting up. I could come back for a few days, or we could find a way to communicate more often. I want to be part of your life, even from far away. The idea sparked something inside Alex. He could feel the excitement building. That would be amazing. We could explore the city again, go to our favorite cafe, and watch the stars like we used to. They spent the rest of the call brainstorming ideas for future visits, laughing and dreaming about their adventures. Alex felt lighter, a sense of warmth spreading through him. The distance no longer felt like an insurmountable wall. It was just a challenge they could face together. As the call came to an end, Ilara smiled brightly, her expression filled with determination. No matter where we are, we're still connected. I'll always find a way back to you, Alex. I believe you, he replied, feeling a renewed sense of hope. And I'll be here, waiting. After the call ended, Alex sat back in his chair, a smile on his face. He understood now that they could overcome the distance. Their bond was stronger than any space between them. As he gazed out the window at the stars twinkling in the night sky, he felt a sense of peace. Maybe they were worlds apart, but love could bridge any gap. And with that thought, Alex knew he would never truly feel alone again. No matter where Ilara was, he would always carry her in his heart. As the days passed, Alex felt a spark of hope reignite within him. He began to plan for Ilara's next visit, dreaming of the adventures they would share. Their bond, once strained by distance, now felt vibrant and alive, reminding him that true connections could withstand anything. After the video call with Ilara, Alex found himself feeling lighter. The warmth of their conversation lingered, filling the empty corners of his heart. Yet, as the days passed, he couldn't shake the feeling of longing. He wanted to feel closer to her again, but the distance still felt daunting. Alex decided to put his energy into planning. He wanted to make the most of Ilara's next visit. Each morning, he woke up with new ideas. He started a list of places they could explore together: the park where they had picnics, the coffee shop with the best lattes, and the quiet hill where they used to stargaze. He wanted to remind her of what made Earth special, hoping it would help her feel more connected to his life here. One evening, as he sat on the couch, he flipped through a photo album filled with memories of their time together. He smiled at the pictures of them laughing, making silly faces, and enjoying their adventures. But then he noticed something: a photo of Ilara standing beside a glowing orb that she had shown him during their last call. It reminded him of her secret mission, the one she had hinted at, but never fully explained. Curiosity bubbled within him. What was she doing now? Did her duties keep her too busy to visit? He felt a pang of sadness at the thought, wondering if she was lonely too. He wanted to reach out, to bridge the gap between them, but he struggled to find the words. How could he make her understand that she was still very much a part of his life? That night, Alex lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. He thought about his feelings, and how much he missed Ilara. He remembered her laughter, her stories, and the way she made everything feel brighter. He wanted to show her that distance couldn't break their bond. The next day, he decided to take action. He would write her a letter. In the digital age, handwritten letters felt old-fashioned, but he thought it might mean more. He wanted to share his thoughts in a way that felt personal and heartfelt. After gathering his supplies, colorful paper and a pen, he began to write, "Dear Ilara." He started, feeling a smile spread across his face as he wrote her name. "I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I miss our talks and the fun we had together. It feels strange without you here." He poured his heart into the letter, telling her about his days, his thoughts, and how he was counting down the moments until her visit. He wrote about the places he wanted to show her and how he hoped she was doing well on her home planet. He wanted her to know that she was always on his mind no matter the distance. After finishing the letter, he sealed it in an envelope, feeling proud of his words. He decided to send it by mail, wanting it to be a surprise. He hoped it would reach her quickly and remind her of the connection they shared. Days turned into a week, and Alex waited impatiently for a response. He checked the mailbox every day, his heart racing with hope. Finally, one afternoon, he opened the mailbox to find a letter addressed to him in Ilara's elegant handwriting. Excitement bubbled inside him as he rushed back to his apartment. Sitting at his kitchen table, he opened the letter with trembling hands. Her words flowed like a warm hug, filling him with joy. She said she had received his letter and was touched by his thoughts. She shared stories of her life on her home planet, describing the colorful skies and the unique creatures she encountered. She wrote about how much she missed him and how she was looking forward to visiting soon. "I can't wait to see you again, Alex," she wrote. "You make my time here feel special, and I want to be part of your world again." Reading her words, Alex felt a surge of happiness. The distance didn't seem so vast anymore. They were still connected, and their bond was stronger than ever. He decided to write back, telling her how much he appreciated her letter and how excited he was for her visit. As he wrote, he felt a sense of hope blossoming in his heart. He realized that this distance was just a chapter in their story, a chapter they could overcome together. They had faced challenges before. After the video call with Ilara, Alex found himself feeling lighter. The warmth of their conversation lingered, filling the empty corners of his heart. Yet, as the days passed, he couldn't shake the feeling of longing. He wanted to feel closer to her again, but the distance still felt daunting. Alex decided to put his energy into planning. He wanted to make the most of Ilara's next visit. Each morning, he woke up with new ideas. He started a list of places they could explore together. The park where they had picnics, the coffee shop with the best lattes, and the quiet hill where they used to stargaze. He wanted to remind her of what made Earth special, hoping it would help her feel more connected to his life here. One evening, as he sat on the couch, he flipped through a photo album filled with memories of their time together. He smiled. The pictures of them laughing, making silly faces, and enjoying their adventures. But then he noticed something, a photo of Ilara standing beside a glowing orb that she had shown him during their last call. It reminded him of her secret mission, the one she had hinted at but never fully explained. Curiosity bubbled within him. What was she doing now? Did her duties keep her too busy to visit? He felt a pang of sadness at the thought, wondering if she was lonely too. He wanted to reach out, to bridge the gap between them, but he struggled to find the words. How could he make her understand that she was still very much a part of his life? That night, Alex lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. He thought about his feelings and how much he missed Ilara. He remembered her laughter, her stories, and the way she made everything feel brighter. He wanted to show her that distance couldn't break their bond. The next day, he decided to take action. He would write her a letter. In the digital age, handwritten letters felt old-fashioned, but he thought it might mean more. He wanted to share his thoughts in a way that felt personal and heartfelt. After gathering his supplies, colorful paper, and a pen, he began to write, "Dear Ilara." He started, feeling a smile spread across his face as he wrote her name. "I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I miss our talks and the fun we had together. It feels strange without you here." He poured his heart into the letter, telling her about his days, his thoughts, and how he was counting down the moments until her visit. He wrote about the places he wanted to show her and how he hoped she was doing well on her home planet. He wanted her to know that she was always on his mind, no matter the distance. After finishing the letter, he sealed it in an envelope, feeling proud of his words. He decided to send it by mail, wanting it to be a surprise. He hoped it would reach her quickly and remind her of the connection they shared. Days turned into a week, and Alex waited impatiently for a response. He checked the mailbox every day, his heart racing with hope. Finally, one afternoon, he opened the mailbox to find a letter addressed to him in Ilara's elegant handwriting. Excitement bubbled inside him as he rushed back to his apartment. Sitting at his kitchen table, he opened the letter with trembling hands. Her words flowed like a warm hug, filling him with joy. She said she had received his letter and was touched by his thoughts. She shared stories of her life on her home planet, describing the colorful skies and the unique creatures she encountered. She wrote about how much she missed him and how she was looking forward to visiting soon. "I can't wait to see you again, Alex," she wrote. "You make my time here feel special, and I want to be part of your world again." Reading her words, Alex felt a surge of happiness. The distance didn't seem so vast anymore. They were still connected, and their bond was stronger than ever. He decided to write back, telling her how much he appreciated her letter and how excited he was for her visit. As he wrote, he felt a sense of hope blossoming in his heart. He realized that this distance was just a chapter in their story, a chapter they could overcome together. They had faced challenges before, and this was just another hurdle. In the following days, Alex found himself more optimistic. He began to explore his city, taking photos of places he wanted to show Ilara. He visited the park where they used to have picnics, capturing pictures of blooming flowers and the gentle rustle of leaves. He even visited the coffee shop they loved, savoring a latte and imagining Ilara's reaction to the warm, frothy drink. With every picture he took, he felt connected to her again. He planned to create a scrapbook filled with memories of their time together and new experiences he wanted to share with her. He hoped it would show her how much he cared and how he wanted to share his life with her, even from afar. Finally, the day of her visit arrived. Alex could hardly contain his excitement as he prepared to welcome her back. He cleaned the apartment, decorated it with lights, and set up a cozy area for them to relax and talk. He even made her favorite snacks, eager to recreate their old traditions. When the doorbell rang, his heart raced. He opened the door, and there stood Ilara, radiant and smiling. The moment their eyes met, all the distance melted away. "Alex!" she exclaimed, throwing her arms around him. He hugged her tightly, feeling the warmth of her presence. It was as if time had stood still, and everything felt right again. "Welcome back," he said, grinning from ear to ear. "I missed you so much." As they settled in, Alex realized that their bond had grown even stronger. They shared stories, laughter, and dreams, just like before. It was as if the distance had only made their connection more profound, not the joy of having Ilara back reminded Alex that love and friendship could bridge any gap, no matter how vast. He felt hopeful for their future, knowing they would always find a way back to each other, no matter the distance. In that moment, surrounded by the warmth of their friendship, Alex understood that they were never truly apart. Their hearts were connected, and together they could conquer anything. Asterisk after Ilara arrived, the world felt bright again for Alex. It was as if the clouds had parted, letting the sunshine in. They spent hours catching up, laughing, and reminiscing about their past adventures. But deep down, Alex still felt a nagging worry. He wanted to ensure that their connection remained strong, even after she returned to her home planet. Ilara had shared stories of her life among her people, explaining how they communicated through thoughts and feelings rather than words. This fascinated Alex, who had always admired her unique perspective on the universe. But it also made him wonder, what if their different ways of communicating created a barrier between them? He wanted to make sure they could always understand each other, no matter the distance. One afternoon, they decided to visit their favorite park. The sun was shining, and the flowers were in full bloom. As they walked along the winding paths, Alex couldn't help but feel grateful for this moment. He turned to Ilara, wanting to express how much she meant to him. "Do you remember when we came here for the first time?" he asked, smiling at the memories. "Of course. You tried to impress me with your knowledge of earth plants," she laughed, her eyes sparkling. "Yeah, and I ended up mixing up the names." He chuckled, remembering how embarrassed he felt. As they continued walking, Alex felt a wave of sadness wash over him. "I just wish you could stay longer," he admitted. "It's hard knowing you have to go back soon." Ilara paused, looking thoughtful. "I know it's tough, Alex, but I want you to remember that I'll always carry a piece of earth with me. You're a part of that." Her words warmed his heart, but he still felt a distance he couldn't quite shake. "Sometimes I worry that we'll drift apart again," he confessed, his voice barely above a whisper. Ilara took his hand, squeezing it gently. "We won't. We can always find ways to stay connected, even from different worlds. I want to be part of your life, no matter where I am." Her sincerity made Alex feel hopeful, but he still needed something more tangible. "Maybe we could create a way to communicate that feels special," he suggested, "like a project we can both work on." "What did you have in mind?" Ilara asked, intrigued. "I was thinking we could build something together, like a memory box. We can fill it with items that remind us of each other and our adventures. That way, even when we're apart, we'll always have a piece of each other with us," Alex explained. Ilara's face lit up with excitement. "That's a wonderful idea. We can add letters, photos, and little trinkets from our time together. It will be like a bridge between our worlds." Alex felt a surge of excitement as they brainstormed ideas for the memory box. They spent the rest of the afternoon gathering materials, a small wooden box, art supplies, and old photos. Their laughter filled the park as they shared stories and memories, each one adding more layers to their bond. As they worked on the box, Alex felt inspired. "We should decorate it with symbols from both our worlds," he suggested. "That way, it reflects who we are together." Ilara nodded enthusiastically. "Yes, I can paint some designs from my home planet, and you can add things that represent Earth. It will be our unique creation." That night, they stayed up late, painting and decorating the box. Ilara painted swirling patterns that glowed softly in the dim light, reminiscent of her home. Alex added drawings of Earth's landscapes, mountains, rivers, and stars. They shared their hopes and dreams as they worked, feeling closer than ever. When they finished, the memory box was a beautiful blend of both their worlds. It was a physical representation of their connection, and Alex felt a wave of relief wash over him. They had created something asterisk. After weeks of exchanging letters and creating their scrapbook, Alex felt a renewed sense of connection with Ilara. Their friendship had grown stronger, and he was grateful for the ways they had found to bridge the distance between their worlds. Yet, even with their regular communication, a feeling of emptiness sometimes crept in. He missed being able to see her smile in person and hear her laughter. One sunny Saturday morning, Alex woke up with an idea. He wanted to do something special for Ilara, something that would show her how much she meant to him and how much he valued their friendship. As he brewed a cup of coffee, he thought about how they could celebrate their bond despite the miles between them. Suddenly, he remembered a local event happening that weekend, a cultural festival celebrating the diversity of the city. The festival featured food, music, and art from different cultures, and it was a perfect opportunity to share a piece of his world with Ilara. Alex jumped up, excited about his plan. He decided to create a video diary of the festival, capturing the sights and sounds to send to Ilara. This way, she could experience the joy of the festival with him, even if she was far away. He knew she would love it, He packed his camera, notebook, and some snacks, and headed out to the festival. The atmosphere was vibrant, filled with laughter and music. Colorful tents lined the streets, each representing a different culture. As Alex walked around, he felt a surge of energy. The air was filled with the smell of delicious food, and the sounds of laughter and music surrounded him. He began filming, capturing the lively performances, the beautiful decorations, and the delicious dishes. He stopped at a booth selling handmade crafts and picked up a small painted figurine to include in his video. He thought it would be a nice surprise for Alara, a little piece of earth she could cherish. As he explored, he felt a pang of sadness. He wished Alara could be there to enjoy everything with him. He imagined her excitement as they tasted new foods together and danced to the music. But instead of letting the sadness take over, he focused on the joy around him. He wanted to share this happiness with her. Throughout the day, he recorded short clips, talking about what he was seeing and feeling. He described the colorful costumes of the dancers, the tasty treats he tried, and the friendly people he met. He even captured a moment of a group of children playing games, their laughter echoing in the air. On his way home, he felt fulfilled. He had captured the spirit of the festival and the joy it brought him. He couldn't wait to edit the footage and send it to Alara. That evening, he sat down with his computer and started putting the video together. He added music, captions, and little notes explaining each part of the festival. As he worked, he thought about how much Alara would love this. He imagined her watching the video, her face lighting up with joy as she experienced the festival through his eyes. He wanted her to feel as if she were right there with him, sharing in the excitement and happiness. When the video was finished, Alex felt a rush of pride. He uploaded it to a private link and sent it to Alara with a message. "Hey, Alara, I made this for you so you could experience the festival with me. I hope it brings a little piece of earth to you." He hit send and felt a wave of excitement. Now, he just had to wait for her response. The anticipation buzzed in the air as he thought about how she would react. Would she love it? Would it make her feel closer to him? The next day, while Alex was at work, his phone buzzed with a message notification. He quickly checked it and saw that Alara had replied. His heart raced as he opened the message. "Alex, this is amazing. I felt like I was right there with you. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. I can't believe how vibrant and beautiful the festival is. I wish I could have tasted the food and danced with you." Alex smiled, feeling warmth spread through him. Alara's enthusiasm made him feel connected, as if they were experiencing the festival together, despite the distance. He quickly typed back, "I'm glad you liked it. We'll have to go together next time. I can't wait to see your reaction in person." As their conversation continued, they shared more about their lives. Alara told him about her work, how she was advocating for intergalactic friendships and understanding. She shared stories of her own culture, explaining the importance of community and connection in her world. "I love hearing about your life," Alex wrote. "It reminds me that even though we are from different worlds, we share so much in common. We both want to connect with others and make a difference." Alara responded with excitement. "Exactly. And your video made me realize how important it is to celebrate our differences. It's what makes us unique and brings us together." As they continued to talk, Alex felt a renewed sense of hope. He realized that their friendship was not just about staying in touch. It was about supporting each other's dreams and aspirations. They were building something beautiful, a friendship that transcended distance and culture. Over the next few weeks, they continued to share their experiences. Alex sent her updates about his life, and she shared her adventures in her own world. They even started a new project together, an online blog where they could document their journeys and explore the similarities and differences between their cultures. One evening, as Alex sat down to write a new blog post, he felt a wave of gratitude. For Ilara, she had shown him that distance could not diminish their connection. Instead, it had strengthened their bond and inspired them to grow together in new ways. As he typed, he smiled, thinking about the future. They had created a space where they could explore their friendship, share their dreams, and inspire each other to reach for the stars. No matter where they were, they could always find ways to support one another. With each passing day, Alex felt less distant from Ilara. He realized that their friendship was a powerful force, one that could overcome any challenge. They were not just two people from different worlds. They were partners in a journey of discovery and connection. As he finished his blog post, he looked out the window at the stars twinkling in the night sky. He felt a sense of peace wash over him. No matter how far apart they were, Ilara would always be a part of his life. Their bond was unbreakable, and together they could face anything the universe threw at them. With renewed hope, Alex closed his laptop and took a deep breath. He knew that their friendship would continue to grow, no matter the distance. They would always find their way back to each other, united by their dreams and the love they shared. As the weeks passed, Alex felt his connection with Ilara grow stronger through their blog and regular conversations. They shared their dreams, experiences, and cultures, each message filled with excitement and warmth. Yet, even with this newfound closeness, Alex occasionally felt a twinge of sadness. He missed the physical presence of his friend, the laughter in the same room, the shared snacks, and the spontaneous adventures. One evening, as he scrolled through their blog, he noticed a theme emerging in their posts. They both wrote about the importance of community, connection, and understanding. It struck him that they could do something bigger than their personal stories. They could inspire others to connect, just as they had. With this idea in mind, Alex felt a surge of motivation. He decided to propose a new project to Ilara, an online event where people from different cultures could come together, share their stories, and celebrate their differences. It would be a virtual gathering, allowing participants from Earth and Ilara's planet to connect. With excitement buzzing in his chest, he began drafting a message. "Hey, Ilara, I have an idea. What if we host an online event to bring people together? We could share stories, music, and art from our cultures. It could be a way for others to connect, just like we have." He hit send, his heart racing with anticipation. After a few minutes, Ilara replied, "I love this idea. We could call it Connections Across the Stars. It would be a wonderful way to celebrate our friendship and help others connect too." Alex felt a wave of joy. They began brainstorming details for the event, discussing how to promote it and what activities to include. They envisioned storytelling sessions, art showcases, and even virtual performances, allowing people to share their cultures in creative ways. As they worked on the planning, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. This project was not just about them, it was about building bridges between worlds. He wanted to create a space where people could come together, share their experiences, and learn from one another. It was a chance to show that distance did not have to divide them. Instead, it could inspire unity. Over the following weeks, Alex and Ilara spent countless hours organizing the event. They reached out to friends, community leaders, and artists, inviting them to participate. They created promotional materials and shared posts on social media, spreading the word about Connections Across the Stars. As the event date approached, Alex felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. What if no one showed up? What if their idea didn't resonate with people? But every time doubt crept in, he reminded himself of the joy he felt in sharing their cultures and the friendships they had built. Finally, the day of the event arrived. Alex set up his computer in his living room, decorating the space with colorful banners and images from their blog. He wanted the atmosphere to be inviting and warm. As the start time approached, he felt butterflies in his stomach. Alara joined him on a video call, her face